This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.
And welcome back, everyone. Question for you. Actually, a few questions. Is this you? Do you say these things? Oh, I don't know what's going on. I can't get everything done. There's never enough time. I'm overwhelmed. There's so much going on in my life. I can't focus on anything. I feel stuck. I'm just in this situation. I'm not moving forward, whether it's personal or professional. You just feel that life isn't what it should be. Maybe it's okay, but you feel this inner feeling that there's much more out there. If you answered yes to any of those, even remotely thought about answering yes, we're going to talk with somebody that can change your life and give you the insight on what's holding you back. She is a certified dream builder coach, lots of different modalities under her belt to help you out. And she wants you to live a life that you absolutely love. Donna Andrews joins us today on the program. How are you doing?
Oh, great.
So we're talking about life coaching, and I think many people sometimes get confused between a life coach and therapy. How would you say they're different?
Coaching, therapy, you usually delve into the background of what happened, why it happened, how it happened, all of those things. Life coaching, you're looking towards the future, what you can do, how you can do it, and the best way to go about reaching your goal.
And what are you hearing from people now that you work with, just in your circles? What are they telling you in general? What they're going through?
Divorce. Um, their kids are growing up and leaving home. Um, Empty nest syndrome. A lot of people, they don't tend to their marriage while they're raising children. And so kids leave, all of a sudden you're here living with a stranger and you
Mm.
don't have anything in common with them. Now what are you going to do? You know? And so you have options, do you stay and you once were in love with this guy or girl or whomever, and now you have to decide whether you're going to make a relationship out of this or if you're going to part ways.
Wow. Never even considered that challenge that, you live your life, for your kids, and now the kids they leave the nest, and now who is this person I'm with? Because the dynamics have all changed, and you might even realize things that you didn't realize, they and you as well. Um, so it takes some digging into that.
Yeah.
You do life coaching, but I also want to add, as we talk here, that you also offer other modalities, which I believe makes you radically different. And it could be hypnosis, if somebody so chooses, or you suggest Reiki, which is energy healing. A lot of life coaches don't do that. So you really offer almost a 360 holistic approach to helping somebody move forward, right?
Holistic. I am planning on having a brick and mortar place where we can do meditation. I do some group coaching also, um, things like that.
I'd like to focus for a moment on what I feel is becoming an epidemic, and that is people feeling isolated and alone. And it doesn't matter the age. And I've even heard that even males between, say, 25 and 34 report like high numbers of being disconnected and feeling alone. And the perception is, well, he's 26, he's hanging out with his buds, they're playing basketball, they're doing whatever they're doing, they're whatever. But no, that's not the case. And certainly, as somebody gets older, there's those feelings of loneliness as well, right?
Absolutely. The palling around only lasts for so long, and eventually you have to go home, and it gets lonely. Unknown caller.
Tell me about the journey when somebody works with you? Let's say somebody identifies, um, maybe the kids have left the nest, or the going through a life change, or thinking about maybe it's a divorce, maybe they're thinking about a different career path. How does it work initially when somebody works with you?
Well, somebody calls me and I fill out a intake form. We go through, see what their goals are, what they're going through, what their goals are, see if our goals are meeting up with something that, I can help them with. If I'm not a good fit for them, I will tell them, I don't think I can help you, but I have a whole slew of people that I am have worked with um, at Dream Builders that specialize in other things that I don't specialize in, so I can help them find the right person to work with them.
Hmm. You are a certified dream builder coach. Now, I've heard of life coaches, I've heard of dream builder coaches. Um, Explain why that's different.
Fellow coach, we were specialized in that. We start out with um, a specialized technique called the time machine, in where you look in the four quadrants of your life, your vocation, spirituality, um, health and wellness, and financial. And you look at all of those areas and rate them on 1 to 5, whether whether you're feeling discontent there. And from there, um, say you're feeling not quite so heavy, but you don't really know really what's going on with you. And so we do that time machine and you kind of rate what's going on. And then you have a vision of what the life that you love looks like. And from there, we can help you build that dream and help you figure out how it is that you're going to try and go about achieving that dream, and how to look at life right now as if you're already there. And we don't look at the how you get there. It's just that this is where I want to be, and this is where I am now. And every day you take another step towards that dream as if you are already living that dream. So it's just a specialized kind of training that helps you kind of figure out what's going on with you when you don't really know what's going on. You just know that you're discontent somewhere.
Many believe, now I know that you harness the power of energy. You're a Reiki healer. Do you think, or do you feel that what we dream, what we think about, becomes our reality?
Oh, absolutely, I do.
Hmm.
Absolutely. Mary Morrissey, the founder of Brave Thinker, tells a story of when she was young. And I think she was 18 years old and she was in the hospital getting ready to have her kidney removed. And the person that comes in, the chaplain comes in to pray for those that are the sickest. And they came in to pray for her, and she had a fatal kidney disease. And they were going to remove one of her kidneys. And the chaplain asked her, "Do you believe that that everything is a thought before it is something? Everything that is a thought first." And so she had Mary think about how that illness in her kidney could leave with the kidney that they took out. Now that kidney was really sickly looking and everything, and they took it out. They took out the one kidney and left the other one, and she was expected to die. And she
Wow.
kept visioning herself with her little boy, envisioned herself at his wedding, at his graduation, at all these things in the future. And that kidney healed itself. Now, that story just gets me. I know that everything starts with a thought. That story just sealed the deal for me.
I'm right there with you. And my first evidence of this ever taking place, not a kidney, but in a minimal way. But I took a fall, fell out of a ceiling, coming down some stairs, and impacted my foot on a cement floor. Fortunately, didn't get hurt really bad, just banged up a little bit. But created a wart, this big wart, painful. It's just, where is this from? Podiatrist. He does whatever he can do. Doesn't go away. Go back again. Same situation. Doesn't go away. Go back again. I'm like, doctor, what? It's still here. What can I do? He goes, well, you need to will it to go away. I'm like, what? Will it to go away? Just think you want it to go away, and it will. My work is done here. I can't do any more. And I'm thinking, I'm paying this guy a copay. This is what he's saying to me? Really? So I thought about it, and I would think that, wart, please remove yourself. Go away. You're not welcome. 2 days later, it was gone.
Wow.
And that was okay. All right. And I didn't realize it then, the power of thinking. This is years ago. This is probably 15 years ago. I never realized the power of our thoughts creating a change or action in our future. But now I'm studying this and learning from people like you. And I think back to situations like that. And there's no other answer. Like it's, no other answer. I must have thought it to go away, and it did.
Yeah. The doctors called her in about a year later and said, I saw that kidney. It was damaged. It was dying. You were supposed to be on death's doorstep. And they said, I don't know what had happened besides that it was a miracle.
Tell us how you got here, Donna. You had a challenging life yourself. What got you to the point of wanting to help others?
I've ever since I was a little kid, I always wanted to help others. They called me Nancy Nurse when I was little because I was always taking care of somebody in my family. But about a year ago, I saw an ad on my phone, and it was for Brave Thinking Institute. And they were advertising for life coaching and talking about if you know, want to help other people and you have some knowledge and, you want to help people, then, this might be a career for you. And I thought, this is my calling from God. This is what I need to do. And I started taking classes, and it is truly remarkable.
Wow. And it's not to say that life wasn't easy for you back in the day, right? You went through a lot.
Life was rough. Life has been very rough on me. I signed up for when I was 17. I was pregnant when I was 17 and had a miscarriage. And then when I was 18, I signed up for the military because I didn't know what I was going to do when I got out of school. All of a sudden, everybody's talking about going to college, and I didn't know anything. So I signed up for the military, and I got out on a general discharge before boot camp was over. And I got out in January. In February was my first suicide attempt. And I have been first of probably 5 times I've attempted suicide. I've had depression and anxiety my whole life. I've worked a million different jobs, from lingerie to a flag person on the paving crew. I've got tons of job experience. And I was abused when I was younger. I've had, I've just had a lot of things. I had, I went to school for X-ray, and I graduated summa cum laude uh, just before I turned 50. And I was working one day, and a gentleman uh, came to sit back down on the stool, and he fell backwards, and the stool broke, and he fell back on me, and I injured my back. And so the neurologist that was treating me was giving me what they call subsys, which is liquid fentanyl. It goes under your tongue.
Mm.
And now I had no business taking that, but he was taking bribes from Big Pharma. And it was a big case in Saginaw, and he went to prison for it. My husband and I were flown by the FBI to Boston so I could give my impact statement. And I was addicted to that. I lost like 7 years of my life that just totally wasted in my bed for 7 years.
Wow.
And I missed out on, the early years of my granddaughter. And, my marriage is ruined. I lost my house. I lost everything that I had going for me then. But, I came out of it, and, now my life is good, but I went through a lot. I still deal with a lot of repercussions from that. But now I'm on the upside. I like to think I'm on the upside now, and I try not to think about that too much. But I died a couple times when I was addicted to the fentanyl. And my husband then found me a couple times upside down in the linen closet, but my dog saved me that time. And I've died several times in my lifetime, and God, for some reason, just keeps bringing me back.
Well, because there's a reason.
Right.
How did you, with all the challenges in your life, Donna, what gave you the power to keep moving forward? Seems like you didn't give up.
I don't know. I guess on those times that I've tried to hurt myself, I wake up in the morning and it's just like, well, he didn't take me this time. I guess I got to keep going, And that's your option. You just have to keep going, And it doesn't look so bad in the morning when you wake up. Okay, it's not that bad. It's just that instant second that you just can't take it anymore. And it feels like nothing's going to give. It's like it's never going to stop. And you just want it to stop.
Do you feel that we're all here with a purpose? And that's why we exist. And
Yeah,
that purpose is for others, whether it's our talents, we're here for a reason.
I truly believe that. I think we're here to love. I think we're here to learn life lessons. And I think that I think love is the biggest thing. We're all here to learn to love unconditionally.
Mm. You shared a quote before. I'm going to share one now. And this is, I didn't make this up. I don't even know where it came from. Some say it's Bob Marley. Some say it's Shakespeare. I don't even know. I, I tweaked it a little bit, but in my journey, and I think it aligns with a lot of what you're talking about, is love everyone, trust few. That was a painful one for me to realize, and and put it in that this 3 line I guess mantra. Love everyone, trust few, always do the right thing for all, not just yourself, because we can always say, well, I did the right thing, but that may have just served you and might have
Right.
been self-centered. So do the right thing for the greater good.
Right.
And that's kind of how I pilot right now.
Right.
And go by the truth. The truth is everything. The truth
Yeah.
is everything. I
Do unto others. I live by that. Do unto others.
Yeah, yeah, it really is true. It's our parents said it. We've heard it since we were kids from wherever. But it really, there's some validity in that when you start looking at life. And I appreciate your transparency because you've shared before. I've seen that you've dealt with anxiety, you've dealt with other challenges. It's not like you said one day, well, I'm just gonna get certified as a life coach and I'm just gonna help people. No, you've dealt with a lot of the things that you help people move their life through. Many things that we couldn't even imagine. You've been there, you've done it. So you really get it. And I appreciate your transparency today on all of that. It's a lot to be learned from other people's stories.
Oh, absolutely.
If somebody is going through some challenges and wants somebody to walk the journey with them, how do they find you, Donna?
Well, they can reach me at my website, uh, rediscovering. Let's see. I just did this. Rediscovering.whoiam.com.
Hmm.
Kind of simplified it for everybody. Rediscovering who I am. And if you need help, and finances are an issue, I will work with anybody. If you need help, I will help you.
You really run deep with everything that you've dealt with. And so many of us feel disconnected from reality in life. We're just kind of doing our thing, but are we really doing life to the fullest that we can? I think we need to answer that question within our minds. And if you're answering no, or I know many people that struggle even later in life with their purpose. What is my purpose? You ask somebody, what's your purpose? Why are you here? What is it? Many people can't answer it. Some may say my purpose is to be a parent. Okay, but many believe there's a greater purpose that we have.
Oh, right. Right. Parenting is a short amount of time when you look at how long we live.
Well, it's interesting when we got started today, you said something that I never even thought of. That for many people, many couples, when the kids leave the nest, that it's a whole different dynamic. And if you haven't had that relationship with your partner, there's a realization that takes place, like what's going on here, and you may find, like you said before, you can be a stranger in your house. You share the house together, but I don't think a lot of people realize that or even talk about that. I appreciate you being here today. Once again, the website, please share.
Rediscovering.whoiam.com.
Love it. That's a great name for a website. Gotta tell you, that says it all. Thank you so much for today, Donna. Really, really, really appreciate everything you do. And we didn't even get into the Reiki aspect and the other modalities that you offer, but
yeah, I'll be back.
no, I appreciate it. And lots more to talk about. Reiki, by the way, changed my life. So did hypnotherapy. That was the game changer
Awesome.
right there. Yeah. All right. Looking forward next time we get together.
All right.
Thank you. We'll be right
Thank
back.
you.
This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.